Waste of the week goes to a county in Utah using COVID funds to expand a snow tubing hill and some out-of-this-world, over-budget space programs. Founder and CEO of OpenTheBooks.com, Adam ANDRZEJEWSKI, joins us right now with his Waste of the Week. Adam, happy Friday. Good morning.
Happy Friday, Jan.
Let's start with Utah officials using COVID relief funds on a ski and snow tubing hill. Break this down for us.
So back at the height of the pandemic in March of 2020, a county in Utah got $5.1 million of COVID relief funds. And Jan, who knew that a ski and tubing hill would be a recipient of hundreds of thousands of dollars of that emergency aid? Look, this was a classic example of use it or lose it spending. They had a deadline of December to get the money out the door, and they even admitted maybe they would have made different decisions, but they didn't know how to spend the money, a largesse of money, and so $322,000 went to the local ski and tubing hill.
Wow. How to spend it, maybe for the people, some people who might have needed it then. And you know, a number of whistleblowers actually reported this, prompting an audit of Utah's 2020 finances. And that audit found that the snow tubing hill was just one of several questionable ways that money was used. What else did the audit reveal?
So the state was called in, they audited the county, and what they found was 6 of these snow guns for this hill were purchased for $19,999. Now, Jan, that's important because that's $1 lower than the threshold where you must send the contract out for bids. So at the end of the day, not only did they spend over $300,000 on the snow hill and ski and tubing hill, but they did it on a no-bid basis.
And you found that a few county officials and immediate family members also got some pandemic aid. What did you find with that?
So when the audit dug deep into the $5.1 million that the American taxpayer generously provided the county, they found that some of the county officials' businesses got relief as well. One of the commissioners, his wife and son, they got $20,000 for each of their businesses. Another commissioner, his son, got $77,000 for some of his companies that he owns.
At the moment, Adam, we are truly witnessing a race to space. And Open the Books did some digging and found that NASA has a maintenance backlog of $2.7 billion. Adam, what led to this massive backlog?
So don't take my word for it at OpenTheBooks.com. Take the Inspector General's word for it at NASA. They just issued a report, and here's what they found. NASA owns $40 billion worth of buildings. But Jan, they're old. Some of those have been built decades ago. 75% of those buildings aren't up to code. They're old. They need maintenance. And so there's $2.7 billion worth of maintenance that's needed. But the IG found that they don't bid this out. They don't choose the projects for the maintenance based on need. They choose it based on the division of NASA that owns the most buildings. And so it's not done on a high priority basis. The contractors are taking advantage of the agency. And then there's, at the end of the day, cost overruns and delays.
Lots of delays and cost overruns. In fact, due to the COVID pandemic, it cost nearly $3 billion. But Adam, pandemic aside, how does NASA's failure to provide effective oversight impact the average American taxpayer?
Well, look, we pay for this. We expect results. I'm going to give you another example. This summer in 2021, we were supposed to have an astronaut back on the moon. There was a project to get, we haven't had a man on the moon since 1972. Starting in 2012, NASA decided to begin that project. The estimated date of walking on the moon was this past summer. That project started out at $6 billion. It's now got a cost overrun of $9 billion. And estimates are we won't get the astronaut back to the moon till 2024.
Adam, great to talk to you on this Friday and get this information from you. Waste of the week. We appreciate it.
Thank you, Jan.